But a long time ago, I noticed that I was going to the bathroom more urgently and more frequently, especially at night, in terms of nocturnal urination problems. And I've tried various different remedies. Well, and I think I'm typical of a lot of guys with prostate issues, when it becomes staring in your face obvious that whenever you go someplace new, the first thing that you're worried about is where is the men's room, then you know it's really kind of time to take some action. So let's talk man to man here. When you start carrying a pee bottle in your car and you're worried about whether or not you're going to get over the Bay Bridge without having to go to the bathroom, then you know it's time to take some action. Is that clear enough for you? Well, I've tried a lot of different prostate health aids, and a lot of them have the same configuration of herbs. A lot of them make a lot of claims, and very few of them fulfill those claims. And what we've realized at the Prostate Awareness Foundation over the years is everybody's really physiologically different to some degree. So what works for one guy doesn't necessarily work for the next. And that's true of conventional therapies as well as alternative medicine. One thing I really like about the Crila is that it's not a Me Too company, and they've really done their research homework. And that's pretty rare these days, frankly. So that's encouraging. I've taken Crila a couple of times now. The first time it took a long time to work, 2.5 months. And I think for most guys probably would have given up on that therapy long before I did. But Sue McKinney convinced me that, you know, maybe I ought to give it a little better amount of time. And I can normally, without Crila, I can normally count on one hand how many times I sleep through the night in a full calendar year. And that became obvious that I was sleeping once or twice a night all the way through with Crila the first time that I took it. But it took me 2.5 months to get there. Within about a week or two this time around, I know I was sleeping better through the night once or twice a night. Much stronger urine stream. So Crila has helped with that a fair bit. One of the symptoms that I had seen in the past was, boy, I'd go to the bathroom and 20 minutes later I'd have to go again, and I'd be surprised at the volume of urine that I still had in there. And that seems to have diminished an awful lot as well. We have a local prostate meeting in San Francisco at the Ferry Building each month. Many guys that we talk to are getting up every hour to go to the bathroom, and it's very hard to go through a healing process when you're sleep deprived. So when a product like Crila can help with that, I think that's pretty important. But again, I need to say with a caveat that nothing works for everybody. And we constantly get calls into the foundation, oh, I'm taking, what do you think of that one? Well, I haven't heard of that one because there's about 10,000 other ones with a lot of the same ingredients. And again, I think from what I understand about Crila, it was used by the Vietnamese royalty for many centuries. And it doesn't have the traditional stuff that you usually see in prostate formulas, saw palmetto, stinging nettles, Pygium africanum. They're pretty common part of most of those men formulas. And some of those formulas work for guys. Most companies that I'm familiar with, and I've run supplement companies in the past, are Me Too companies. They take some scientific research and all of a sudden out the door comes a formula that they get from a contract manufacturer that puts their label on. And there aren't many companies that have the money or the interest in doing some real scientific supportive type studies. And that was the first thing I was impressed with Crila Health, is their willingness and ability to do that, really.